Hey, good afternoon. This is Bob from Trade Genius. It's the 30th of November, end of the month, and I want to go through some charts. It was a crazy day today in the market, and we actually printed an ES. Looks well. I guess it wasn't really a bearish engulfing pattern, but from the day before, but it definitely went the entire range, uh, broke above the channel, and then broke down below the channel to close, and VIX popped on the close too. So hopefully this fever is breaking and we can get some movement down to get a two-way market going here. But let me just start with XLE. Is we had to gap up because of the OPEC announcement, and actually we bought drip at this open, and I bought XLE puts, and but it pushed up on us here. But we got definitely official sell signal now, about 2 hours from the close today, and I'm looking for XLE to fall. I'm of the belief that oil is, now the news out of the way, oil's is gonna fall, and I'm still of the belief that it's gonna fall below 40 before it does any kind of sustained move higher again. And the VIX here, we got a popped 1338, but it was a tough day all day today. They've tried to push it down about 7 times on the hourly, and I own VIX contracts long, and I just been watching and I bought these at 1460 about a week ago, and we're at 1450 now. So I'm only down $100 on this, and it just the drama of them trying to push the volatility index down is looks like it's becoming futile, and I'm looking for a really strong move higher into the Fed meeting now. That's the next news event. Dollar, started rolling over. It gapped it. I think it's all oil related. It's setting itself up for another rollover, and it's at a lower high. So if it rolls down below yesterday's close, I'll feel good about the dollar starting to relent. UNG, we still have UNG position with sold calls for Friday. Our average price is 814, and I'm just staying with them right now, and I'll probably do something on Friday, either close the trade out or roll those sold calls into next Friday. But right now natural gas is kind of consolidating. Some believe it's going to fall back down, maybe 20-30 cents. Others think consolidate in place, and we're on our way to $4 because of all the cold weather. We'll see. I'm probably going to stay in the position though. Sugar, okay. This is the move I want to see if we can start getting higher lows and higher highs. We got the higher low, and I'm going to see if this is a triangle or if this is going to break out. But it may need one more time, and then I'm going to go long sugar. Oil, I like this candle at the end, and I think oil is going to come down. Talk about it, just an absolutely manufactured move. MOS, I got out of MOS. Actually, I stopped out of it. I remember I was telling you guys, and then some of the people that follow my trade stayed in. They were well rewarded today with a 3.5% gain. Advised them to get out. Grover bought again, and for some reason, MOS has been kind of like baited to the market. And if the market's going to roll over, MOS may come with it a little bit, because it's certainly not following the ag stocks. JDUS, I'm still long SLW and SILJ. They didn't do quite so badly today, and Dust didn't really do that great today. So considering, well, I guess it did okay, but considering that the beating gold took again, JDUS is not making higher highs here. In fact, these are 3 lower highs. When this thing rolls over, I think somebody's going to make some money shorting Dust. ERX, we talked about oil servicers. EEM was actually up today with the dollar up, which is interesting, but it's back to VWAP. Not really sure where this thing goes. I certainly hope it doesn't do this and do this, because that means the dollar's going to get stronger. So I'm looking for a weaker dollar, so see if it's going to break through and make a run higher. Dust we talked about. CRK, it moved with oil, obviously, and I'm just staying away from it right now, but that's a beautiful pattern. I don't know if that's going to fool people, but it looks pretty bullish engulfing here over the last couple days. But I think with natural gas pausing and with oil topping, I think CRK is probably in a sell right now and wouldn't really touch it. CHK, I was looking for it in the fall, and it popped with oil, but it's overbought now, and so not worth chasing. Oil, we talked about nat gas. XIV finally seeing some selling in XIV, and so the market went up 43, 9 cents on the day, but after market it's fallen here another 30 cents or so. So maybe we're going to get some relief here and get volatility to ride higher. But XIV's just been holding up here forever, and so we'll see if we get this thing to sell off into the Fed meeting and get a chance to buy this for Santa Claus. XBI, we shorted XBI. I rolled my puts from this Friday to next Friday. We've been doing okay here shorting with puts and calls, and I'm expecting XBI to keep falling. There's a nice gap here for it to fill. In the let's see, I'm trying to do this one hand. So right there, 58.53. Be nice to have it drop down and fill that gap, and then there's one more below it at 55, and that would pay for a lot of Santa presents if we get that. We're already profitable on this trade. Wheat got hammered pretty hard, but there's just some really interesting action right now in the ags, and I will buy this next buy signal on wheat. All-time lows. VIX, we talked about. I'm in VIX. We closed our sold call today, and it moved my my average price back up to 30.45 now, and but I'm expecting big things out of VXX. So if the move's going to happen, I think it's going to happen. It'll take us at least to VWAP. So and we'll make some 8 to 10% profit on the trade. UVXY the same. SRS, mixed bag here. Economic weakness for real estate and the interest rates, see where all that plays out. But generally, I'm bearish on real estate, and we went back into REK again today. SPY, I think we're finally going to get that rollover. I'm still looking for the touch here of the VWAP, so 215 area. So a nice little trade down. SLW, we're still in silver wheaton, and it's set up again for another buy. We'll see. It made a higher low. We'll see if we can get a push up here. Same with silver, and same with SLJ. And probably tomorrow, if people are pretty conservative, it doesn't move fast enough for me, but I think SH would be a play for somebody who's conservative. Same with SDS. Like I said, REC, we bought 1821, and I put a pretty big stop on this one. I just think no matter what they really do with interest rates, with the economy slowing, and this whole Trump bubble thing, and Trump's going to save the world, and we're going to have 4% GDP year one, is just fantasy. And I think real estate's is gonna really struggle next year. So I'm positioned for it with REC. Nugget, we talked about the miners, talked about biotech. Joe, it's coming up on another buy signal here. It's been pretty relentless, and but it usually moves with sugar and with cocoa, and so I'll be getting back into this thing again, and you guys know my view on Joe, and I'm still looking for this thing to have a big move. JJG, I'm in JJG, and again, I think it took it pretty hard with wheat here, and but my view on JJG is long term, and it's going to be way higher than this price. We talked about real estate. IAU, I'm in gold from 1144. I think my price is at the look, and I'm in GLD with gold futures, and I'm looking for gold to make a move higher here, coming into the next week or so with the yen relenting. Let's see if there's anything new here. We'll talk about drip. We talked about drip. So I'm in a drip again at 1539 is my price, and it's just pretty relentless on it, and we I'm expecting to have drip back up to $18 to $20 again, and we'll make profit again. We're gonna get one of these another gap up days. DBA, I'm in DBA. 2003 is my price. Again, long-term hold for us. Corn, I'm in it with JJG, and they all took it pretty hard today, but I think there's some action going on in the futures market that's causing some of these issues. AG, hardly even noticed the sell-off today in gold. And we're back to XLE. So looking at the market going forward here is that I'm going to give gold another $5 or $6, and if it doesn't come through, then I'm going to have to just eat my losses on it. And with the market, I'm pretty confident here. It's really all about the yen though, and so the yen is it's hit the top of a channel here, so I'm looking for it to roll over. And let me just see if I can bring that one up here. Yeah, it's not this channel. I'm looking at the futures market channel, and but it's this is pretty brutal. I don't know how the Japanese are going to enjoy all the input costs that are going to go up because all the things they have to import. And I think at some point this snapback is going to be pretty violent to the upside, and gold will go with it. So that's kind of why I'm hanging on this thing. This is pretty third world country kind of moves here for a major currency. And I don't know if the Japanese lost control, or if they're using to create enough counterfeit currency to buy as many of their bonds as they can, so they can get some free cash flow off our back. But at some point, it's not going to be beneficial to them to be short. And the ironic thing is Japan, because it's a carry currency like the U.S., is that when things get hinky, you'll see the Japanese currency turn up. So when all these people talking about it's the end of the world now, is that I don't believe it. There's too many yen debtors outside of Japan, and they have to all have to come home first. And so I'll know things are bad when the yen is rising and the dollar is rising and the Swiss franc is rising. Then I know then people are running toward or closing out leverage positions. So anyways, Bob from Trade Genius. I'll catch you guys all later, and have a great night. Bye.